Well, universe, it's 11:20 on the 31st of December in the year that will be the year before the next year, which will start in 41 minutes. So this year's already irrelevant. This year that we're currently experiencing might as well not exist, because in 39 minutes it won't. But then next year will exist, so we'll be in the new year, what I'm going to call this year. Not this year, but in the new year, it will be this year. Well, what am I going to call next year? What should we call next year? How about the year of the doodle? No, that's so dumb. Alright. I got on a little bit to talk about stuff like, well, what does 2023 portend? Oop. You know what, though? I should wait for the laundry to finish. Hold on. Or never mind. Apparently the laundry realized what a racket it was making and decided to cut itself out of the situation. I appreciate that, laundry. Rarely does my laundry cooperate with the recording. So, I haven't really, do I want to do this? I haven't really given myself, I think, credit for two things. One, 264 episodes is what this recording here, this last final recording of 2022 will entail, will compile, will collect in sum total for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, all the way to 264. So, and I do intend to record tomorrow, which will make a final total of 265. 265 is important to me because that means that if you were to do one recording a day, which I didn't, so this isn't a fair assessment per se, but if you were to do one recording a day, well, that would mean that you would do 365 recordings. If you were to take off every weekend and do only recordings Monday through Friday, well, then that means you would either do 260 or 261 recordings. So to have done 265 recordings, well, at a minimum 264, because here we sit, 2 minutes and 41 seconds into number 264. That means that no matter how I want to break it down, I did more recordings than I would have just working a 9-to-5 job where I never got a vacation and just got my weekends off. So 261 days of productivity is what that would account for. 365 minus 104, 52 weekends off. 261 days of productivity. And here I sit, 264 days of productivity. And that just proves that I consider this to be an obligation beyond just some sort of 9-to-5 clocking in, clocking out. This is how I buy my cream of corn soup. Nope. This is how I get fulfillment in my life. Okay, pathetic though you may think that is, me talking to myself, that's fulfilling for you? Why don't you just go plant a garden, for fuck's sake? Yep. You know, I intend to do that this year. So good advice. Pause. Hold on. I intend to do that next year. Let's face it. Do I have time to plant a garden this year? No. At least not in the next 34 minutes. No. No garden. Not this year. Next year. This year 420. Next year garden. This year 420. Next year garden. This year 420. Next year garden. 420. Okie dokie. I also intend to do something with my yard to create natural landscaping in some step forward momentum. I may not finish my yard this year, but I'll certainly be able to recognize it as a yard instead of a dirt pile. So there's that to look forward to. I will fix the garage, both the weather concerns like gutters and leaks, as well as the structural concerns and the paint job. The garage is going to be about a 3-week commitment in the summertime. But this year it has to get done. And I'm going to throw in with that is the entire trimming of that back parking area. Got to get done. So, the last thing that has to get done in the yard is cleaning out the dog kennel run. This is the year, and I'm going to need to recruit help to do it, so now's the time to start doing people favors so that they owe me one, because I'm going to need some damn labor in that chainsaw activity. I'm not really wanting to set any more house goals inside the house, other than it's time to have heat in my house so that I can have guests in my house. That's important. It's going to be more important in February and March, but those months are still going to be fucking cold, so no coasting through this goddamn stupid-ass furnace issue I've let go too long. That has to change. Okay. Personally, what has to change? Well, I have to get in better shape. I really do. I'm biking a lot, which is helping, but that's not enough. I need to be doing committed weightlifting on the side. And as long as I can do that with some sort of regular progression into February and into March, well then, I expect to shoot for an 8-week training program into the end of May. That, as I said, puts me in the kind of shape that says, hey, I think I want to get laid with that guy. So that's whoa, ho, ho, whoa. Okay, hold. Okay. I want to get Lily out of jail. Well, I mean, I'm not going to bail her out of jail, but I want to get her out of jail, meaning the routine hamster wheel jail sequence she's on that she isn't breaking. And I think to break it, she's going to need a job and a place to live that's real, and that probably is like a halfway house. But I don't know if that's a little ambitious for myself, but I think the state may be pushing her toward those same wants. So maybe we can help coordinate some sanity for her. And I don't mean to imply she's insane, but she is insane. Anyhow, Lily's the least of my concerns for 2023. Next on my list of concerns for 2023, I would say would be solvency with finances in a way that lets me get up and go. I need to get up and go ready in my financial structure, where I can get up and go to Tallahassee if I have to, or get up and go to Gary, Indiana, or whatever it might be. And it's domestic travel this year, but it's definitely of concern. And again, I got a shitty fucking schedule at work, but whatever. I can make money other ways. Let's see. I had something else, Phoebe, that I was just going to say. Did I say exercise? I hope I did. Well, exercise. Okay, so here's my plan. I know myself well enough that I'm not about to just jump on an exercise train in what is now, 28 minutes. No, for me, I'm going to need to spend January into February blowing out. And I mean this like blowing out. And so that'll be fine. That'll be great, actually, because I've been building myself up to this moment of, I don't want to say excess, because it won't be excessive. It will just be, it'll be like all the chords being played that I've wanted to play for a while, that I just hadn't had an instrument. Now I've got one, and I'm playing music. I only rented this instrument, so I'm going to give it back at Valentine's Day, but between now and Valentine's Day, I'm going to play the shit out of it. So, good. And then I'm going to pull myself out of all that gunk and mental junk and bunk and and cultural funk, and put myself into the clean and soberest state of being I've been since, what, probation? I mean, it's got to be. And I look forward to that. That's going to be March. Which means April will be the month that I retake up golf. It's time to get back to the driving range, the putting range, the chipping range, all of it. It's time to go play some golf. And then as May comes around, that'll be the time for the yard. Well, March and May will be yard work time. Which will bring me to June. And June, well, June's too far away to predict. But June's the month that everything hiccuped for me this year. And June's the month everything hiccups because June's full of goddamn hiccups for me. Including my own birthday. But those hiccups aside, this is the first year I think I'm going to go into June knowing that I no longer feel vulnerable to the ebb and flow of energy that June presents as other celebration, momentary days of recognition emerge, get fulfilled, and disappear. Which includes Father's Day and my sister's birthday. And with Mother's Day in May, and my mom's birthday in August, basically from Mother's Day to Labor Day is a bit of a family holiday roller coaster ride. And I don't ride it very well. I didn't ride it well this year, that's for damn sure. And it includes my birthday. So, this is the year that I am going to prove that even a 54-year-old can learn new tricks, and I'm going to bob and weave right down that rapid river of family emotional turmoil and just exist in the now in a way that permits nothing but tranquility, peace, and kindness toward my family. I thought I could do that throughout these holiday events, and I blew it both literally and figuratively at Thanksgiving and at Christmas. Well, Christmas Eve. So, you know, what I think I can get away with, what I think I can accomplish versus what I actually can achieve are oftentimes canyons apart. But maybe this year I will, with knowing I can rely on myself here, maybe I'll be able to, weather the storm that is the self-created inward tug of disappointment that I feel throughout May, June, not really July, but August. We'll see. I mean, we're all talking about 2023 here, so if I say anything I want, I'm going to set the goddamn high score record for goddamn Galaga. Ha! Watch that happen. It won't. Okay. What else do I want to see in 2023? Well, I want to see the expansion energy that came 2 recordings ago come in the vectors that I know are expected of me. Nothing more to say on that now, but I know for the first time in my life that what I'm doing has purpose, is meaningful, and will contribute to me feeling fulfilled for life. So yippee-ki-yay, motherfucker. Bruce Willis had it right. Although, so did Hans Gruber. Or, what's that actor's name? Snape? No, that's probably not his name. His name is, dude who fell from the tower? Yeah. Hans Gruber. That's a good enough name for him. Why am I talking about Die Hard? Because I love Die Hard. Die Hard, what's Die Hard's weakest part? The wife? She's actually okay. I mean, especially given how meek that part is. At least she stands up to Hans. But, it's got to be the cocaine. It's that dude. He's, well, although he is good plot movement. Die Hard's a pretty tight movie. It might be the two brothers. They're kind of weak. But they're also dated terribly. I mean, they're walking around in Space Invaders sweatshirts or something. I mean, they just look awful. They look like rejects from a Mario Brothers set. But that aside, why am I talking about that? Because it's a Christmas movie? So no flaws in Die Hard, no flaws? Probably not. I do love when what's his name in the van or in the limo? It's not Rerun, or is it 8 Ball? Highball? Shit, I can't remember anymore. Oh God, getting old sucks. Well, getting high sucks. Well, no, getting high doesn't suck. All right, 16 minutes into this, let's not suck. Okay, I got a couple more. I thought of a couple. I would like to make progress with my sister, play tennis with my father, get away somewhere with my mother, and do the same with my brother-in-law. Though that should involve my sister 95%. So there's some family goals. And then, personally, I need to start reading more. I'm not going to set a book a month up because I know I'll fail that. So a book every other month. Can I read 6 goddamn novels in 2023? I used to read 6 novels in a month, or 12. And now I am challenging myself to read 6 novels in a year. That will be a C. 10 will be a B. 20 will be an A. And anything over 30 will be an A+. Which, if I get onto the reading kick again, could happen before my birthday. But if I don't, I might be struggling to get 6 out. Either way, reading's got to come back. So does travel. I don't think this will be the year that I leave the country, though if it is, that's an A+. Even just to travel across the border to Canada or Mexico, A+. However, leaving this state, well, if I leave this state to see one other state, that'll be a D. To see 2 other states will be a C. To see 3 will be a B. To see 4 will be a B+. To see 5 will be an A-. To see 6 will be an A. And double digits will be an A+. So, travel. Can't afford to get out of the state. I understand that. That might be the situation for me, definitely. That just means I have to see at least one seasonal aspect of Colorado every season. So 4 trips in the state. That can all be camping. That can all be cheap. That can all be on the cheap. But it's got to happen. No more fucking hanging out at the house. All right. And I've got to remain as centered, balanced, and committed to my own self removal from the situation. I've been getting better at knowing that the outcome doesn't matter to me, but the experience of the now does. And that if I can't experience the now as myself, then the outcome is truly irrelevant. But the more of myself I can experience in the now, the more the outcome matters to me, but isn't crafted or created as some sort of destiny of necessity for this to feel good to me. No. I'm going to feel whatever the now brings, and whatever the outcome is, it is. I've been very healthy in that regard all through, well, really since 17, 16? But certainly 2022. If anything, I could bring it in when necessary because of the tips of imbalance that the universe was chasing me with. Well, I still create the most imbalance for myself. It's not like I want to blame environmental cues or some sort of cosmic queerness for bringing me the unsettled nature of myself. No, it's me. But it's me less and less. And it's me seeing more cooperative energy around me, and not just in people, but in circumstance, in environment, in timing, in convenience. I don't know. Just, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Hell, if there's any word I have for 2022, it's probably thank you. Thank you for all the opportunities to be kind. There were plenty. Thank you for every opportunity to try to understand. I felt more of those than ever. And I felt more understood than ever. And when it comes to forgiveness, well, I think I really have forgiven myself. I'm a different person. I'm a better person. I'm a strong person. And I'm somebody who, frankly, for the first year of my life, I was glad to hang out with all year long. I had a blast this year. I learned a lot. I saw a lot in myself that encourages me that the next year and the year after that will all work out okay. Better than okay. I feel my quest toward purposeful endurance and meaningful outcomes just keeps building. So, willing to wait and do the short work in order to see the long haul pay off, I finally am. This is not a person I could have been even 10 years ago. So life changes you a lot all the way, along the way. You just can't fight it as much as I did and expect it to continue to go your way. At some point in time, the one thing you have to give the universe is enough breathing room to say, okay, I'm going to work with you. I'm going to do what feels like it is the rightest path for me and the circumstances I'm immediately surrounded by. That's kind of what I did in 2022. And as I sit here 12 minutes away from midnight, I say, I could bullshit for 12 more minutes. But I won't. Instead, Happy New Year, everybody. I hope 2023 is as good as 2022. If it's better, well, like I said many a time, I keep getting these things I don't deserve. But maybe a little bit of me thinks I do deserve that one.